Viewers' discretion is advised.
Alright. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's good?
Welcome back.
Welcome. Welcome. I'm Jeremy Arden,
I'm Pigeon.
and we have this amazing show.
The 420.
So, we have Pigeon here, and as you guys can see, it's fall.
Yeah, jeans, they got me soda.
So it's fall. It's October. Scary stories is our topic today
It's that season.
because period is that season to be talking about scary shit
We're gonna be taking dabs today. Yeah.
and smoking this little joint. Wow,
Smoking a
he
little
heats that up.
Got some dab on me, some rig. That 420 shit. It is more like 710 shit, but it's okay. We're still getting high.
So today's actually a pretty good day. It's not that cold, it's not that hot.
Yep.
It's
Nice
right.
temperature.
Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, you do have scary stories? Any scary stories?
Yeah, I think I have a scary story, honestly.
And mind you, these are based on true stories that happened to us. So, and then after this, we're gonna be on set filming Los Angeles Horror Story. So you could basically say we are like getting high before film.
Yo, getting high before
before we film Los Angeles Horror Story.
LA Horror Story. Yep.
But yeah, you have any scary stories for real? Like, you wanna go first or you want me to go first?
I think you should go first, yeah.
Okay, so my scary story happened when I was really small, really small. So, we used to live at this house, right? And in back of the house, there was an empty lot. And in this empty lot, there was a restroom. And not a restroom. It was more like, kind of like, how do I say it? Where you wash your clothes.
Like a washroom?
Yeah, like one of those washing rooms. Like, it was like in the outside.
Okay, a laundry
On the other side of the patio.
Okay.
I mean, the other side of the empty lot that was in the backyard. So, to get there, you have to obviously get across the whole yard. And I remember that my mom left me in that in there, and I seen this fucking like lady, bro. Like this lady that had her tongue out all the way out. Like her tongue looked scary, but like her tongue looked like that Spider-Man, the Venom.
Venom, yeah.
Yeah, that's how that lady looked. It was some scary shit, bro. Like that was the scariest. Like I'm not fucking with y'all. Like you guys are kind of probably gonna think like, oh, that's some scary movie type shit.
Yeah.
But it's not a scary movie type shit. Like, it happened to me for real. I seen this lady, and she scared the shit out of me. I screamed. My mom came actually. And then she's like, what the fuck was wrong? Why are you screaming? And I told her, I was like, there's a fucking, like, La Mona.
La Mona?
Bitch, La Mona.
So scary ass bitch.
La Mona, bitch, La Mona just came out. Mona means like the how do you say it? Like the monster in Spanish,
Yeah,
like the monster.
Something like that.
Yeah. So we're like, fuck La Mona, bro. And then after that, I have my second story, same house, was I was asleep. And then I was asleep, and then this fucking bitch comes at me, and she's like, "Tú eres la mona." For real, bro. That's what she told me.
Wait,
you
were
are
you
the
dreaming?
monster. No, I was awake, And I fucking wake everybody up. I'm screaming. I tell my dad, don't go to the fucking restroom because that's where she went. She went in there.
Yeah.
And I would tell my parents, don't go in there. Don't go in there. And that was my scary story. And yeah, lately I've been having other scary stories, but I'm gonna share those in another episode.
All right.
But yeah, those are my 2 scary stories. Like, I will never forget that shit, bro, cause
Yeah.
some demonic shit.
You already did that?
Yeah. I
Right.
still don't believe in ghosts though. I
You
don't.
believe in ghosts?
I probably because I haven't seen it
Yeah.
myself, but those are events that happened to me when I was smaller.
Yeah.
But you know, you can imagine things when you're small.
Yeah,
I
when
don't
you're
know. That's what
smaller.
I'm thinking.
I don't know. Maybe when you're smaller, you could actually see things. Who knows?
That's true.
They say that, yeah, when you're smaller, you actually see it like real shit, you know? Like,
Yeah, but that shit was
spirits and
scary.
shit.
Like, I was like,
What?
oh fuck no.
Oh, you hit it? I'm gonna put that in front.
Yeah, that's my scary story.
Okay, cool. Alright, mine. I'm gonna start mine's off, you know? Gotta get a good joint going on for story time.
Story time.
Story time ain't story time. Alright, so mine does go back when I was smaller too. I lived in these apartments, right? It was actually here in HP. And alright, so every night for some reason I don't remember too much of the details, but I'll explain the scary parts. Like in the closet there will be this kid, like there'll be like a shadow of a kid, like I'll see like if it was made out of glass or something, right?
Oh my god. Was it a black shadow? Or...
Yeah, it was like a really dark shadow. Like it was in the dark, in the night, and I'll look into my closet door will be open, and I'll see like something darker, like a person, like just sitting down right there, just staring at me and my mom sleeping. Like the bed was facing towards, like our feet was facing towards the closet, and it'll be open, and there'll be a little kid, like probably my age, like
Fuck that.
I was probably like 7 at that age.
Oh fuck that. I would have been bended. I would have been like, Mom.
I would always be scared. I was always telling my mom like don't forget to close the closet before we go to sleep and stuff.
And it's funny because usually they like in scary movies, like you know, there always be like the kids getting scared. in the
Yeah,
closet.
it's always the kids that realize it, huh?
Yeah, like it's always
Yeah.
like, oh, the closet.
Yeah, and yeah, I would always see that kid just sitting there. I would my closet, it would have this pole for you to hang your clothes, right? For the hangers, and sometimes he'll hang from it, dude. He'll just hang and he'll just be there like he'll just be there like this, just staring at us. And so the open part of the door, right? When the closet would be open on this right side, that's where I would see him at. On the left side, when the door would be open, it was a sliding door. When the door would be open, it would be closed on the left side. And behind that left side, I had my toys. And every night they would go off, dude. You would hear them like being played with, and you would hear like some buttons being touched and stuff, like being played with, literally, right? And we brought this up to the manager of the apartments, actually. And she actually had told us that, like, way back then, there was a pool there, and that a kid had drowned there in that pool.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
No,
and I was able to, and at those apartments there's a patch of grass where the pool was at before. There's a patch of grass that, you know, they covered up the pool and stuff. And some of the neighbors actually, they would say too, they're like, oh yeah, I hear that. I've seen the kid before too, like he was like sitting down on the edge of my bed. Also, like one time I heard one of the neighbors saying like, oh yeah, she told the other neighbor, like, I heard your kid playing with the marbles last night. And she was like, my kids were not playing with marbles last night. They went to sleep at around the time that the neighbor was saying like, oh yeah, I heard your kids playing like at 10. And she was like, oh yeah, no, my kids were asleep at that time. They're not playing with any marbles.
Dude, it's fucking creepy. Like, just imagine.
Yeah, dude, and so it just wasn't us. It was like the whole like entire
Neighborhood.
yeah, the whole entire neighborhood in those apartments, you know. And yeah, it was scary. I mean, it wouldn't like physically like touch anybody or anything, but it was just a kid. It would just be there, you know. And he probably passed away, and his spirit just yeah. I mean, like
stuck.
yeah, and I mean. Yeah, I mean the neighbor talking about like, oh, I heard your kids playing with that, and I would hear him play with my toys. You know, it sounded like it was a kid. You know, it looked like a kid too when I would see his shadow, and yeah, it was scary. I remember when my baby sister was born. My mom would say that my baby sister would start crying, and my mom would think that it was because of that kid, like that he was like jealous and that he would like make her cry and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, it was weird.
It is weird. Like,
That's my scary story. It happened to me, and ever since that time, I mean, that was the most paranormal activity thing that happened to me. You know,
anything else like that ever happened?
anything else like that has ever happened to me. Now that I can remember, like that has always stuck to me. It was really scary. I mean, I was really small.
Yeah, I could just imagine.
Yeah, dude. It was really scary for me to experience.
Dude, last time when I was editing the video for that first finish of the last episode,